everybody on YouTube and on the NFL YouTube prognosticators and NFL fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts for the NFL wildcard picks last week and my thoughts of the NCAA football championship pick. You don't want to miss that one in, by the way. So, here it is. First off, my thoughts about the wildcard weekend. Wildcard weekend, well, I only saw Saturday's games. I had to miss Sunday's game because where I work, I have inventory. Usually happens on the first Sunday in January, so that's what I normally do. But anyways, it's retail, so I had to go through that, and all that. But tell me how it's cool. I don't care. So, anyways, my thoughts about wildcard weekend first. With the Colts game, though, I mean, I had a feeling this was going to be a good game to watch, but I didn't expect to be. I expected a little bit closer than anything. I didn't expect a 14-point differential. I expected like a 7-point differential on that. But Houston never bothered to show up. Plain and simple on that. So they're probably going to give Bill O'Brien one more shot. If he doesn't do anything, he's gone. So I'm guessing that's what probably he's going to do. And for Dallas and Seattle, for Pete Carroll's case, it's kind of like the Malcolm Butler case all over again. What the hell was he thinking on that? I mean, out of all things, I mean, you could have done something. You could have gone at least an onside kick or something. Well, he did an onside kick, but it just went all the way down to the 40-yard line. I'm like, what the hell? And even though Sebastian Janikowski pulled his hamstring in that, so couldn't say whatever. But Baltimore losing to the LA Chargers. Unreal. I gotta say this. I don't care what anyone says. Stephen A. Smith, Max Callivan, or anyone on ESPN, or Fox Sports Net, or Colin Conehead, which I don't really care for him, but he's okay. But anyways, in Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. Lamar Jackson should have started that game and the discussion. He brought them in there. It would make no sense if Joe Flacco would have been there. Joe Flacco was done. Joe Flacco is not coming back in Baltimore. He's finding a new home, which I think is Jacksonville. Let me know in your comments below what you think on that. But anyways, Lamar Jackson should have started that game. He made some sloppy mistakes like every rookie quarterback does, But it's the new start of pretension. Baltimore's defense was okay. The Slugs is an ageless wonder for crying out loud. But for God's sakes, but I don't care. Joe Flacco would have had a field day with that if they would have started. Baltimore had a field day. They would have been back in the game if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson. I stand my case on that. I stand by John Harbaugh for sticking with Lamar Jackson. I don't care. So, anyways, kudos for him for sticking with Lamar Jackson. They wouldn't have been out of the game in there. I know they slaughtered out fast, but they almost came back and won and made it a game. They almost won the game. I mean, John Harbaugh is due for extension again. So, he's a great coach, no doubt about it. But, anyways, moving on to Chicago and Philadelphia. Ugh. Cody Parkley. Welcome to the club with Gary Anderson and Scott Norwood and Billy Cundiff. But your case, you are the worst of the worst because you did a double doink right out the goalpost, right in the crossbar, and didn't come in. How the hell do you do that? I mean, because of that, Nick Foles pulls it off again. I mean, unreal. Chicago should be in the divisional round by now. Philadelphia should be at home, relaxing, watching that divisional round game. Instead of Chicago because of that. Don't get me wrong, though. It was a really good game, but how can he miss two shots at the field goal like that, hit the goalpost, hit the crossbar, still wouldn't get it in? Unreal. I just guess the football gods is like, you know what? I'm going to let Philadelphia win for once. I'm going to let Nick Foles. Nick Foles is my guy. He's the savior. Man, I'm guessing that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But anyway, on to the national championship game for NCAA football. What the hell was Alabama thinking throughout that whole game? Especially in the second half. They just had no answer to Clemson compared to last year. And Nick Saban, I don't know what he was thinking, especially in that fake field goal. Why do you go for a fake field goal like that when you're down by like at least like 15. It doesn't make sense. They're probably expecting a fake field goal anyway. I mean, what the hell were you thinking? I mean, I admit Belichick is kind of like that too. I mean, what was he thinking on Rob Gronkowski in there when he had that miracle in Miami? But still, I mean, what the hell was that all about? I mean, wow. Then, anyway, so Clemson, I had the big donut. I lost that pick on that one. Clemson were the national champions for 2 out of 4 years, you know. Now Alabama's 2 out of 4 years, and now Alabama's won 15 straight in a season for the first time since 1897 in Penn State, which is kind of unreal. Go back to 1897. I mean, back then, Willie McKinley was president. You know, football was all about college football back then. You know, a lot of them was a lot different. It was starting the beginning of the progressive era, and like end of the Grover Cleveland era, and coming with Willie McKinley as president. He was still alive in there. Didn't he get shot until like 5 years later? I mean, 4 years later, which is kind of ironic on that. So, anyways, that's my thoughts about last week for the NFL wildcard and the national championship pick. Here is your NFL divisional round picks. Okay, what I'm going to do with my divisional round picks, it's going to be a lot different. I'm going to predict the scores too. So, hey, I'm like, why not? I'm going to do the scoring, see how it goes, and go from there. But anyways, I'm going to kick things off on the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are going into this game. They're one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. And they're going into Arrowhead, trying to knock off Kansas City to be a one-and-done team. When did I heard that before? Oh, yeah. In the 95 season when Jim Harbaugh was the quarterback. Jim Harbaugh beating the Kansas City Chiefs when Marty Schottenheimer was there. Joe Montana was there. Which I think Joe Montana was there. I don't really remember it. But it could have been Elvis Grbac. I don't know. But anyways, and of course, you got, who do you got? Marcus Allen in there. I mean, they have like an 80s power ballad in there in the 90s with Marty Schottenheimer in there. So anyways, going into that, what happened? Kansas City kicked a field goal. It missed. And Colts went on to the AFC Championship game and lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 95 season, and the Dallas Cowboys became Super Bowl champions that year. Fast forward to 2003. Dick Vermeer was head coach at the time. Trent Green was the quarterback, which I believe he was the quarterback for there. Priest Holmes was there. Larry Johnson was there. Well, I think Larry Johnson was backup at that time. But anyways, that game, nobody punted. Nobody punted in that game. And that was at Arrowhead too, and Peyton Manning beat him out. Then we go back to 2014 in Indianapolis. Kansas City puts a rounding points on there, scoring back-to-back with Alex Smith in there and Andy Reid. What happens? Andrew Luck brings them back. And look what happened. Now the Colts are going to Arrowhead again. I mean, the luck goes on the Chiefs' bad side on this one. The bad luck goes on the Chiefs on this one. But I think that's going to continue in this day, though. So I'm smelling an upset. I'm taking the Indianapolis Colts over the Kansas City Chiefs. On the line, though, I believe excuse me for 1 minute. Okay, here we go. On the line, though, the Chiefs are favored by 5 points in this game, I think. Hold on, let me see. Wait, hold on. Yeah, on the line, excuse me, my computer froze. But on the line, though, the Chiefs are 5.5 point favorites in this game. Their offense is the thing, that's why I'm not picking them. National televised games, primetime games, Patrick Mahomes, 0-5. 0-6 this weekend. So, on the line, though, in the Colts are favored by 5.5 points in this game. I'm taking the Indianapolis Colts plus 5.5. Let's go to the other Saturday game, the LA Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. Dirk Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott and Jason Garrett and Jerry Jones lucky to escape the Seattle Seahawks, all because of that dumb kickoff, what happened with Pete Carroll. Understand, Sebastian Janikowski pulled a hamstring. That happens. But anyways, though, if Seattle recovered that game, Russell Wilson would have took it in for the touchdown. They probably would have won the game. I would probably guess the Saints would probably facing the Seahawks, and Philadelphia would probably go to it'd be the Seahawks go to the Rams. Excuse me on that one. But anyways, going into this game though, crazy things like that, you know how it's going and all that. But gotta say, the Jared Goff and the Rams. I mean, they never faced each other in the playoff this year, so this is going to be a good test for both teams. It's going to be a close scoring game, but I'm going to take the Rams at home over the Dallas Cowboys. On the line, though, the Rams are favored by 7.5 points in this game. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the LA Rams -7.5. Excuse me. And my New England Patriots and the LA Chargers. All right, going into this game, this is both teams haven't faced each other, but the LA Chargers are the hottest road team right now, so this is going to be good. But the Patriots are the hottest home team right now, so this can go either way. Here's the difference in this game. The weather factor is going to be affecting this game, which is going to be great in this one. It's going to be cold and snowy. It's going to be, I forget the last time I checked it was, I thought it was going to be below 0, but I could double check that later. But anyways, going into this game, though, my New England Patriots are going to go into this game, and I think this is going to be a good reason for that. I think the weather factor is going to be there for them. It's going to be cold. It could be snowing in there. It's going to be a dogfight. And I think this is going to be the Patriots side of that. I'm going to take New England Patriots all day because of the weather factor. The Patriots love this kind of weather. Tom Brady loves this kind of weather. Belichick loves this kind of weather. And I bet you Belichick right now, he's like, let's not cover the field. We're not going to cover the field. We're going to make them slip and slide. So they're gonna probably do that all that. I bet you Belichick that's what he's doing right now. So I'm going to take my New England Patriots over the LA Chargers. On the line, though, the Patriots are favored by 3.5 points in this game. I'm definitely taking that. I think that's going to be all day. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis game, the final score, the Indianapolis Colts, 26. The Kansas City Chiefs, 20. The LA Rams and the Dallas Cowboys, the final score, I forgot to do that. The final score in that game, the Rams, 24. Dallas, 17. And from now my New England Patriots final score, the final score of that game, my New England Patriots, 30. The LA Chargers, 10. So I think this is going to be a lopsided on that because of the weather factor. Anyways, going into the last game of that Sunday game was the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Going to this game, the New Orleans, I think Philadelphia beat them this year, if I remember right. So anyways, I think going into this game, the Philadelphia has beaten them, but I think Carson Wentz was quarterback at that time. So going into that, it's going to be a lot different scenario. Nick Foles is there now. I think that they're much better with Nick Foles in there and Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz may be the better quarterback, but Nick Foles knows the system really, knows better than Carson Wentz does. Just saying. But it's something about the Saints this year. They're just too strong of a team. So I think, and it's home field advantage, I think I like the New Orleans Saints in this game over the Philadelphia Eagles. But on the line, though, the New Orleans Saints are 8 points favored in this game. I'm definitely not taking that. And this could be a closer game than that. I like the Philadelphia Eagles plus the 8. So the final score in that game is going to be the New Orleans Saints 27, the Philadelphia Eagles 23. Again, straight up, the Indianapolis Colts over the Kansas City Chiefs. The Colts plus 5.5. Final score: the Colts 26, Chiefs 20. The Dallas Cowboys and the LA Rams over the Dallas Cowboys. Final score in that game: the LA Rams 24, Dallas Cowboys 17. And my New England Patriots over the LA Chargers. Final score in that game: my New England Patriots 30, the LA Chargers 10. And of course, the New Orleans Saints over the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles plus 8. Final score: the New Orleans Saints 27, Philadelphia 23. That's are my final picks in this game. Shoutouts for this week, though. Check out Robert's Sports Show. I mean, he's a really good prognosticator to look out for. And check out Blind Canadian Cat too, which I never gave him a shout out this year too. So I apologize for that. And I didn't have his name in the in my link description down below. So I'm sorry, Blind Canadian Cat, but it's in there now. So I got it in there. So I apologize for that. And now because of that, you guys are my shout outs for the week. So congratulations on that. And anyways, tune in. This is Andrew Warren Signing off. Peace.